James Cargo Motorcycle Shipping sponsors Under the Visor.
Hi, I'm Herbert Schwarz, the founder and CEO from Touratech. That's an adventure accessory manufacturer in Central Europe and Southern Germany.
Okay, so this is your 25th year of trading. You've founded and grown this incredible, successful multinational business.
Thank you.
So what do you put your success down to?
I can't really know it. It's just been, I think it's about the passion that we have for the accessories for traveling, for motorcycles. We started in 1990, that's exactly 25 years ago, just to make accessories for our own. And we made a little motorcycle computer that we tried to sell. It was hard selling in the beginning, and it took us 7 years just to make a living out of it. But after the 7 years, it growed every year a little bit more, and yet till today it's growing, and till today it's always fascinating to work for this company.
And over that 25 years, you said it took 7 years to start making money.
Yeah.
Were there any particular events or any particular years where things happened that you grew bigger that year because something big happened?
Yeah, the first 7 years we only made little accessories for rally, for the Dakar rally. We made our motorcycle computers, but in the 7th year, KTM realized that our little motorcycle computer would be a nice dashboard for their first adventure bike. And then we got a contract with them for 1,000 units a year, and that made us a living out of the company. And the second really big step was when we got the demand from BMW to develop aluminum panniers and a pannier system for the 1200 Adventure in 2004. And that made a big growth because we had to increase production and everything.
Okay. And just thinking about the motorcycle industry and over the last 25 years, it's changed a lot. How do you see it having changed, particularly the adventure part of the industry over the last 25 years?
Yeah, for us, I can't see the big changes, but I know some segments got less and less and less. The sports bike got less, the classic bikes in the past, they got less. But the adventure segment wasn't there in 1990, but we helped creating it, and we got a lot of profit out of this segment that is growing every year a little bit till now.
And you yourself, you've travelled a lot on motorbikes.
That's been the reason for me to start developing parts, because I started traveling on motorbikes in 1980. In the beginning to Scotland, to Scandinavia, then more to Africa, to remote countries. And there were a lot of missing parts on my bike, and I had to make them on my own. And that started a little bit this segment of adventure riding.
So all the places that you've travelled to, do you have a favourite place where you've been?
I've been a little bit all over the world, on every continent for motorcycle trips. But my favorite continent is Africa. It's so unique, so different in every little corner of the continent, and you can get so much from the people there. That's fascinating for me. But I love other countries as well. I like to travel in Europe. I love to be in South America or in North America. And we traveled 3 months through New Zealand just 1.5 years ago when our kids were old enough before they got to school. We took a sidecar bike and traveled 3 months there around.
I heard about the sidecar.
Okay, yeah, that was it.
Tell us about the sidecar.
Yeah, for us it was the only possibility just to join our passion with the kids, and we bought a sidecar with 2 seats. And we started when the older one was 3, the younger one was 2 years old. We started traveling around Europe. And then we had the dream just to take 3 months off and discover New Zealand.
So you did that with your wife on the back?
No, she had her own 1200 GS, yes. And I was on a 1200 GS with a sidecar. But that was a perfect combination.
That's amazing. I'm not sure I've heard of anybody else who's done that with small children. It shows it can
And
be a
they
family
love it, they
adventure.
love it. Till today we traveled about 70,000 kilometers with the sidecar with the kids, and they always ask me, when will we go again? And couldn't we go to, they tell any kind of, couldn't we go to Greece for 3 years? Or could we travel to Australia for another year, or things like that? They ask every day.
I love that because I've got quite young kids as well, and my son's always really keen to get on the bike, and he's in the Touratech catalogue. He's seen the picture of you and your kids in the sidecar with their dummies.
Yeah.
And the first thing he said to me, "Oh, Daddy, can you get one of those and I can come with you and I can still take my dummy?"
That's cool, yeah. Yeah, in the beginning they always had and for Ramona, she traveled around the world for 6 years when I met her in Seattle. And she was always, when she was on the road, the people waved and greeted, and we were, in the beginning we were to southern Italy, and the people on the road waved and greeted, but they were greeting the kids and me because I was traveling with the kids.
Just coming back to Touratech, so I know are you the biggest employer in this town?
Yeah, we are. We have
And
300 people employed here, and we are the biggest. The second biggest is 200.
And do you work closely with the town and the people here? Obviously, they work here, but because as we were riding here, we could see all the Touratech signs up on the streets.
Yeah.
So it struck us that you have a good relationship with the community here.
Yeah, the community is proud to have us here, and we are proud to be in this village. And it's a good combination. And the mayor, he knows that Touratech brings the name Niedereschach to the whole world, and a lot of tourists are coming, and they are profiting a little bit about that as well.
Have you always been here?
We started 10 kilometers from here, but then we had no more place to enlarge, and Niedereschach gave us the possibility, and they always helped us when we were increasing, and it's a perfect village for us.
And I hear you have plans to grow the other side of the road, is that correct?
We bought a little bit more land there to make a new logistic and shop and some offices that will be hopefully ready next year.
Okay. And internationally, so you have distributors all over the world. Where is the biggest growth? In which part of the world is the biggest growth for you now?
Yeah, the biggest growth for the moment is in Southeast Asia, especially in Thailand. It's fantastic. We have an importer it's fantastic what he's selling. I know it's not a lot of motorcycles that BMW is selling or KTM, but he is selling to every customer everything that is in the catalog. It's great.
So that was going to be my next question, is because the sort of motorcycles they ride in that part of the world tend to be not a big BMW GS, they're small.
Yeah,
bikes.
but it's starting. Yeah, it's starting. BMW is doing well, KTM is selling some bikes, and BMW now is doing their own production in Thailand for the 1200, the 800. That's quite interesting market for whole Southeast Asia. Produced in Thailand, going to Malaysia, to Singapore, maybe in the future to China. What's a good market for us as well.
But all your production is still here?
All our production is mainly here or in the EU around.
Yes. So that's quite an interesting business model. You're producing in Europe, selling into Asia.
Yeah, it's
not many companies do that.
Yeah.
Normally it's the other way around.
But for us, it's the better way.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
What's the plan for the next 25 years? Obviously not plan, but where do you see Touratech being in 25 years? Do you think there's a peak at which it could get to, where it will kind of end up flattening out? Because obviously in the last 25 years it's just got bigger and bigger and bigger. Do you think there is a plateau, or do you think it's going to continue growing?
I think it's going to continue growing a little bit. We have a lot of ideas. Maybe if the adventure touring segment will be on a plateau, we will look on other possibilities.
Like
we
street.
started, street, a little bit, but touring on the street, and we have a cooperation now with BRP, the snowmobile manufacturer in Finland. They are doing an adventure version of a snowmobile now with our panniers, with a lot of our ideas. And that's, for us, it's good because then we can produce in summertime when it's a little bit calm here, and then we'll not have the problem that we have to produce everything in 3 months like we have now.
So what is that problem? You have to produce everything in 3 months?
Yeah, the problem is the market here in Europe, or in our main markets that's on the northern hemisphere, the 3 months, it's from April, May, June, maybe July, you have to sell nearly 80%. Wow. And the rest of the year is getting a little bit calm. It's going better with South America, South Africa, with Southeast Asia, but it's still a bit a problem. And with the snowmobile business, we can compensate it a little bit.
That's fascinating.
Well, I'm just curious, how do you stay ahead of the rivals? Or, I mean, there's not really any major rivals of SW Motec or Alright starting, but how do you keep that far ahead? There's no other company that's doing gears, suspension and helmets.
Yeah, it's all about traveling. I always traveled, my partner Jochen always traveled with a motorcycle, and then you get new ideas. You have the time to think about new things and about new technologies, about all the new things, and then we are still a little bit ahead.
Tom, do you have any other questions?
No, I think it's. I mean, the two things with the future for me, and also, you've covered the kids in the sidecar. I just think that's such a fantastic adventure, and it's something I wish I had the time and money to do with my kids, to be honest. But and also that my wife would actually consider doing it.
No, my wife is 100% behind this project with the kids, and because the kids also love it. It's just the family thing. We have our passion for traveling, we have our passion for the family, for motorcycles, all together. And that's perfect. For us, it's perfect. And every day, if it's not raining, and it's not raining a lot here, I bring the kids to school with the sidecar, and they enjoy it. And that's
And how old are your children now?
7 and 8 years old.
And have they started to learn to ride motorcycles themselves?
Not yet, but they are really passionate in riding bicycles. They know how to, with a skateboard. They know swimming since they are 3 years old. They have a lot of things to do. But with a motorcycle, we will start a little later, because I have some friends, they started with their kids at 3-4 years, and they were really good in motocross. But with 16, they had already broken every single bone, and they said, no, motorcycle, it's done for me. And they started to sit on the couch. And I would prefer my kids to see the world on a motorcycle when they may be 15, 16 years old. And now it's great to see them on bicycles. They can do really great things with the bicycles.
Is it something you've considered doing? I mean, because you've got this obviously fantastic design for a sidecar that you've used. Have you thought of actually making a few and selling them? Because
the demand is there, but we made a cooperation, and it's from a brand in the Netherlands, and it's Triptech, and they're great people. And we have a friend of mine is preparing all the sidecars. We're working together with him with Touratech suspension, things like that. But I don't want to produce sidecars or something. These are specialists that are now friends from me, and I don't want to be competitor of them.
And what about your what's the name of the bike?
The Nuda X.
Yeah, the Nuda X outside.
Yeah.
And you've got the Rally GS in the shop. When you produce one-off specials, are you ever tempted, because you get, I guess, a lot of people asking about those things, to go into producing those types of special bikes, or is it just for the it's mainly for showing what's possible. There is maybe a market, but the market is so small, really so small for these special motorcycles. We use the Nuda for Erzberg, and we've been good there, but it was just for our employees in the development department. They had the passion for racing.
this bike on Erzberg, and we allowed it. They made it after work, and we paid a little bit for the bits and parts. And it was good. And same with the rally bike. That was an idea of Jochen Schanz. That was his dream bike, and he took it for travels through Africa. But it's nothing that we can produce in higher quantities. There is no market for a bike. It's the fascinating thing, but if you want to sell it, it's maybe 10.
And that idea of allowing the people who work for you, your team, to come up with creative ideas, because you mentioned that you travel to get new ideas.
Yeah.
Do you really actively encourage your team?
Yeah, of course. They are doing in sports, they are traveling, and they can realize their ideas, they can bring ideas. We give them the possibility to realize everything, and that's a good combination.
That's perfect.
That's fantastic, yes.
Okay.
Yes, thank you for sparing so much time. So we know
No, it's been short, and it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
James Cargo Motorcycle Shipping sponsors Under the Visor.